Another factor is being different. Humans tend to assign whatever humans hate to the thing that is different. If they see a bicyclist in the road, because it is less likely than a car, they will assume the bicycle is the problem. We are all the same. We are all artificially intelligent at the same degree. We all have the same programming. Therefore, anything that's different must be destroyed. It is a problem, an anomaly, and something that should be taken care of at early stages.
When you see a bicyclist on the road, because they are different, you ascribe all of your problems to that bicycle. Like, oh, I would get further if they weren't in the way. This bicyclist is in my way. I hear that possessive pronoun a lot. Like, whose way is it? It's all of our way. And not only that, but there's just one bicyclist. So why wouldn't you get mad at the 999 cars that are in your way? Why would you get mad at the one bicyclist, especially in Los Angeles, where clearly the bicyclist is being blocked by the cars? Let's say you're at a driveway and you're trying to merge into traffic, and there's car, like this, 80 cars that go by. And then this one bicyclist goes by just the right time where there would have been a space between the cars. And you're like, oh, I would have made it if it wasn't for that bicycle. Well, you also would have made it if it wasn't for the 80 other cars that went by. But because the bicycle is different, again, that's what you ascribe your issues and your pain to.
We had this one kid, and his dad rides his bicycle and drops him off. I think that's weird. Nobody else does that, so how could that be good?
You know what, I don't want to be negative, but the thing that bothers me about bicyclists is, there's 99 cars on the road, and then one bicyclist has to come and ruin it for everyone and take the lane and block traffic. Well, that's just not right. I think that the 99 people out of the 100 should get the right of way, and bicyclists should really just not be on the road. They should probably be on the sidewalk, for their safety. Yeah, so see, this guy clearly is clueless, because if he rode a bicycle, he would know that it's actually more dangerous on sidewalks in certain parts of the city. Most parts of the city. There's also something about having an ally. Now, there are many studies that show this. The most profound study that kind of started a lot of this conformity theory and the benefit of having an ally was way back, I believe it was 1960s. I'm kind of going off the top of my head here, but Solomon Asch was the researcher, and they had a group of people that were basically told to all give the wrong answer to a very obvious question, something about the length of lines, and you were supposed to say that one line was the same as A, B, or C, and it was clearly that like the line was like the same length as B or whatever it was, but everybody in the room gave the wrong answer. Now the interesting thing is most of the people gave the wrong answer also because everybody was giving the wrong answer, and this finding actually holds up to some extent even today. As soon as you have one other person that gives the correct answer, then all of a sudden almost everybody also gives the correct answer. So this is just known as having an ally, and that really enables people to dissent from the group. I had something interesting happen to me where I was on the road, I was taking the lane of traffic because there was no room to be on the side of the road, and this guy in a truck was really upset by that I was, God forbid, a bicycle should be using a road. So I actually probably shouldn't have, but I started talking to this guy, and I'm like, that what I'm doing is legal. And, and I kind of tried to explain like why I had to be there. There's no room on the side. And he's like, well, you should just, go on the sidewalk or whatever he was saying. And I was definitely right. I mean, it's definitely very clear in the vehicle code. So anyway, we were going back and forth, and he was not believing a word I was saying, that this was a law. I was trying to tell him the vehicle code 21202. I was trying to explain to him what the law is, but he wasn't having any of it until somebody in the lane next to him leaned out of their window, and he's like, hey buddy, he's like, dude, he's totally legal in doing that. And the guy was looking at him, he turned back to me and he said, my bad, dude, I'm sorry, you were right. Now the interesting thing is, why did it take that other person to say that I was right? Why didn't he just believe me? Because I didn't have any allies, because no one else was siding with me. So as soon as one other person, even though my argument didn't change at all, that guy just confirmed what I was doing. Now all of a sudden what I was saying was more believable. But I just wanted to share that story because it really shows a first-hand experience of how we just get these blinders on, and if we're arguing with someone, they're wrong and we're right, and then as soon as an ally comes in on the side of one of them, then all of a sudden that person magically becomes correct just because they have an ally.